I'm live and it's still asking me questions, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. It's Andrea White trying to get all set up over here to say hello to the people. We're getting ready to turn up your social media sales. We're getting ready to turn up your social media sales. Yes, yes, yes. Going to turn up your social media sales. Turn up your social media sales. I'm almost set up. Almost set up. I actually thought I was set up until I went live, and then I'm not set up. So I am on, let's see, Facebook and Instagram. Hey, Instagram. And I got stuff behind me, y'all. There's a lot of things happening. We're going to turn up your social media sales. Turn up your social media sales is what we are going to chat about tonight. Chat about tonight. I hope everybody is doing well, has had a good evening. All is well on this side of the beach. And so I got some info for you all tonight to turn up your social media sales. And a lot of times people cover this content, but I feel like a big piece is missing, and so I'm going to share that as well. And so a lot of times people think, making sales on social media is really all about really making sales on social media, and it is not. Like, yes, you can make social sales on social media, but there's also, something else that you want to do to increase your sales, increase the frequency of your sales, increase your average cart value as well. And so if you have been following me for a while, then you know those are 3 of the 4 ways to increase your revenue. So I'm Andrea White. I'm founder and CEO of Elite Business Coaching, where we help women of color to win in business ownership by helping them to start and grow their full or part-time businesses. And so tonight we're going to talk about turning up your social media. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. So as you come into the room, say hello. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Sabrina. How you doing? How you doing? Say hello. And you might hear me a little raspy. I've been under the weather in all kinds of ways. And so I'm hoping that I can hop back on a little bit more. Now that I'm kind of on the mend. And so as you come into the live, say hello. Let me know where you're joining from. Tell me how your business is doing. How's it going? Tell me, one thing you knocked out this week, or you're going to knock out by the end of this week. Give me some deets about your business. Give me some deets. Even if you catch the replay, drop it in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how your business is doing. Let me know what's happening really well in your business, what you're struggling with. And I'll hit you back up in the comments with some recommendations to get through that challenge. Okay, okay, okay. So let me know what's going on in the comments. I got this piece of hair and I really wanted to not stick out. There we go. Maybe it'll stay. Okay, so I got a couple of tips for you, couple of tips. So you might want to get, however you take your notes. You take your notes on your phone. You take your notes with pen and paper. I always have a cute girl journal to keep all my notes and things in. And so, you might want to jot these things down. Yes, so you can get your social media sales all the way together. All the way together, because that's what we need to do out here in these streets. Okay. And so the first thing, which is probably not something you would think of, is your mindset. Your mindset is the root of success in anything that you do, business wise, family wise. If you are, active in your community. It's all about mindset. And especially as a business owner, you got to have a really strong, positive mindset. And so the thing that I see where a lot of my clients kind of get hung up on when it comes to social media sales is thinking that you have to be popular and in order to actually make sales on social media. And so I want to tell you, popularity is nice. But being popular does not put zeros in your bank account necessarily. Okay. So you can have a really small following, you can have a small number of followers, and still be really successful in your sales. And so, first and foremost, you want to have an open mindset and not be, really focused on your numbers and followers, etc. And not really focusing on really making connections with people, making connections, building relationship, building community with people. Like that's all a part of success in sales on social media. And so you have to have the mindset to say, it's not just about having 5,000 followers, 6,000 followers, or I don't have 1,000 followers, so there's no need in me even trying to make sales on social media. No, no, no. That is not the mindset that you want to have. And that's part of your money story, your money mindset. Like I have some chats about that as well. But you mainly want to just have a positive mindset. You want to think and know that all of your effort will pay off. You have to show up, you have to be consistent, you have to connect with people, engage with people, build relationship with people on social media, so that it over time can turn into sales. Not to mention you have to have a great product and service as well. Okay, so it has to look good. We buy with our eyes, and so your products and your services also have to be presented in a way where they are attractive, and it'll kind of motivate and inspire people to want to purchase from you. So first up, what's your mindset around your ability to actually make sales on social media? Do you feel like it's doable? Do you feel like, I don't know? Do you feel like you are, in a space where you don't have enough people that are following you, that are raving fans, to be able to make sales on social media? So if you're feeling pretty negative about your ability to be able to make sales on social media, I need you to turn that around in your mind. And every time you begin to have that type of negative thought, I need you to stop, freeze that thought, and flip that thought around. And anything is possible. Keep showing up. I have people that call me out the blue. They're not a follower, quote unquote, but they will tell me, like, I've just been watching you for a really long time, and now I'm ready. Okay, and so long as you're showing up, and you're showing up with a great product and a great service, keep showing up. People are paying attention, people are listening, people are watching. So keep that in mind. Mindset. Turn it around if you don't think you're in a good space with your numbers of followers, etc., comments, etc., people watching your lives, etc. If you're feeling any kind of way about any of that, just turn that around. Second thing is, I hope by now everybody knows you cannot sell to everyone. You cannot sell to everyone. Okay, when you get on, post on social media, when you go live, when you run an ad, your ad has to call out your customer, your ideal customer. That doesn't mean that you can't sell to everybody, but when you're talking about from a sales psychology standpoint, when you're talking about a really strong, good brand that attracts people, that energizes people, that motivates people to buy from you, you are talking to a very particular type of customer. And so you want to call them out. You want to say, like I want to say, hey, beautiful black business, woman, business owner. That doesn't mean that I won't serve a woman business owner that is not black. That's not what that means, right? But I'm still calling out my ideal customer so that she knows who it is that I'm talking to. And so it's really important to grasp that concept as well, so that, people can feel excited. They'll be drawn to you because they know that you are talking to them. And so you want to know who's your ideal customer. You want to know, what do they need? What do they value? Even if you have a clothing line, you sell shoes, whatever it is, you want to be able to say something specific about your ideal customer. You got to do your customer research. And a lot of times, going through this exercise with my clients is very eye-opening, when you think about all of the things that you can actually find out about your ideal customer. There are tons of ways to be able to do research about your ideal customer, and then you turn around and you use all of those things that you found out about. You use that in your copy. You use that in your social media posts. You use that when you go live, because you have listened to your customers. You hear what it is they want and what they need. And then you say, hey, I have what you need. I made my product or service based on listening to my customers. Or you might improve a product or service just by listening to your customers. And so when people know that you're listening to them, they can recognize that just by how you talk about your product or service. They will immediately go, she is talking to me. Like, how is she inside of my head? How does she know I'm struggling with knowing how to pick out the right skincare products for my type of skin? How does she know that I have trouble, finding shoes that go from office to, after 5 really easy? I'm making up stuff as I go. And so you want to literally get inside of your ideal customer's head, and then you want to turn those words right back around on them when you post on social media, when you go live, when you are connecting and building relationships with people. You want to be able to, demonstrate to people, I know you. I can help you. If you have an online boutique, then your clothes ideally are for one particular kind of customer. So is she a high-end shopper who likes, really high quality, on trend clothes? Is she sort of middle of the road? She likes, really nice clothes, but doesn't want to spend a whole lot of money. Is she just starting out in her career? And so being able to have some really nice pieces that aren't that expensive, is that in your store? Is that who your boutique is for? And so hey, Taylor Maid, how you doing? I've missed you. I hope you're doing good. And so you want to know as much as you can about your customers, and you have to speak their language when you're on social media. That's how you get people's attention, is because you're speaking their language. So you can't just have this brilliant business idea and think that people are going to buy it just because you slap it up on a social media page, and you're making live content, you're doing posts and things like that. No, you have to have this great product or service, and then you have to position it in a way that says to people that this is the product or service for you. And you want to tell them why it's the product and service for them. And you're telling them why because you have done your research on your ideal customer. Yep, I'm doing good, Taylor. Thank you. Okay, so number 1 is mindset. Get it together. Get it together. Number 2 is don't just talk to everybody. Talk to a very specific customer. Number 3 is create an offer instead of not just something that people can buy. This is a great one. So you want to make sure that you aren't just necessarily selling one product or one service, but you're really maybe putting some really nice offers together for people. And typically an offer is made up of more than one thing. So you're putting together really nice bundles, creative bundles of your products and services for people, because this is one of those elements that I talk about for you to be able to increase your revenue. So by increasing your average cart value for your customers, you're actually, of course, increasing your revenue at the same time. And so putting together really nice offers, really nice bundles or kits for your customers is a great strategy to not only increase your revenue, but it's also a really great way to, hey, Celeste, how are you? I meant to love that. Wait, let me, it's not coming up. There we go. Cancel. Okay. There you go. Hey, all my peeps on Insta. The camera is way over there, so I can't wave at you by pushing the button, but I see you. Hey, on Insta. Hey, hey, hey. And so the third thing you want to do is create offers for people. So put together some really nice kits, bundles, boxes, outfits. You could even go into a partnership with someone else. So if you have a online boutique, if you have a sister friend that sells shoes, y'all can come together, put together some great offers for your customers, and then that way you both are winning. You are getting in front of their audience and vice versa. And so thinking about offers instead of just something that people can buy or one item that people can buy is also a really good approach when you're selling on social media. A lot of times, especially on Instagram, which is really all about pictures, photos, videos, etc. When you put together like a really, really nice bundle and you photograph it really well, remember, we buy with our eyes and we buy with emotion. And so, social media, like we're all over emotion. We're all over, looking at things that are beautiful. Those are the two foundations of selling. And so you want to make sure that your items, your kits, your bundles are beautifully packaged, beautifully photographed, so that people will, be attracted and energized to want to buy from your business. So think offers versus just a single kind of item that you're selling. Okay. There was one other thing I was going to say about that. I think items, bundles. Maybe it'll come back to me. I lost my thought. Okay, so you're going to create offers instead of, upsells. And so that means if you are selling just one item, you also want to maybe do an upsell. And so, do you want to buy this, pair of earrings? Yes, I do. What about, pairing it with this beautiful necklace? And so you always want to try to do an upsell. And then if people don't take the upsell, you might want to offer a downsell as well. And I will say sometimes having people to go through those 3 steps is a little uncomfortable as a business owner. And so you want to pay attention to that as well. I never really encourage my clients to do sales things that they aren't really comfortable with. You do have to sell now. We got to do some things to sell, but there are also some sales strategies that people are just not comfortable with. And so when I talk about somebody, you're selling a product and then you offer an upsell and they say no to the upsell. For some people, if I say, what about a downsell? They go, no, I'm not comfortable doing that. Like, I just want to stop at the upsell, and if they say no, I want them to be able to check out. And so that is totally up to you, but that is a primary way to be able to increase your revenue by offering, if you're doing those single type purchases, offering an upsell, and then if they say no to the upsell, offer a downsell, and they may say no to both, but they at least you've made that one purchase. So you can do purchase, upsell, downsell, or you can do great kits, bundles, gift baskets, etc., to be able to take advantage of how we use social media. As well as increasing your revenue. That is a strategy to increase your revenue. Um, and so Taylor says that's what one of my coworkers is doing. She is putting samples of my product and another coworker's product in her packages. Yes, Taylor. Yes, yes, yes. We got to work together, and then you're getting in front of new people, and you're getting in front of new people, and then whoever your coworker is, they're getting in front of your people. It's a win-win situation. I'm really happy to hear that, Taylor. I love it. I love it. Yes. Okay. So now this is where most people don't go in the right direction with social media sales. So this is my last strategy that I'm going to share. So very often when we think about making sales on social media, we think about literally people buying from us on social media. So Instagram and Facebook are great examples, because if you have shoppable pages, people can click and then go and check out on your website. And so you've literally made a sale on social media. The key to social media sales, however, is not just that people can click on your content and purchase, but is that you can, even if they decide not to buy, like whatever you're promoting, you want to figure out a way to draw people over to your website, or to draw people into a way where you can capture their contact information. When you have someone's contact information, then you are able to sell to them on a regular basis. And so it's not just about getting that sale on social media, but it's about capturing those people that decide not to buy at that particular point. You're doing one of two things. One, you're either pulling them off to your website, and they're signing up for a discount code, a coupon, or something that says you have to use this coupon in the next 7 to 10 days, for instance. So they didn't buy, but they went over to your website, and they have an option to get this coupon because you want to get them to be able to buy something in 7 to 10 days. And hopefully, when people are buying from you, of course, you are capturing their information in your customer relationship management software just by virtue of them becoming a customer. But if someone chooses not to buy, what incentives are you giving them to come back really soon to buy? Number one. Number two, is there some type of mechanism where you can capture their email, their cell phone number, if you want to do text messaging campaigns? That's one way to think about pulling people off of social and getting them onto your email or text messaging list, because that's really where the sales are. Because people don't, always see your posts, see your ads, see your lives, etc. But you can, enter into their email box or their, text messaging inbox with offers, discounts, promos, kits, bundles, baskets, etc., that are for sale. The second thing that you can do, which is a little more complicated, but if you have a website and you have your Facebook pixel installed on your website, you can turn right around and put an ad in front of those people that maybe looked at some items but they didn't buy. So then you can turn around and do a retargeting ad. And so ultimately what you're trying to do is to get those people back, for them to either buy something or for them to take advantage of something that you have that requires them to give you their contact information. And so you can do, like you can get like an immediate 50% off coupon. If you enter your email address, you can get a free sample of something if you enter your email address. So you want to have fun. You want to be creative about, pulling people off of social into a way where you can get their contact information, because that is really where you can make sales on the regular. So typically what we think about is when people are on our email list, that person is, for every person that's on your email list, they are typically worth at least $1 in sales on your email list. So if you have 10,000 people on your email list, then you can, pretty much guesstimate that you can make $10,000 a month per se. As an example. And so you really want to grow your email list or your text messaging list with those ideal customers. So you don't want just anybody on your email list. A, because you're paying for the number of people that are on your email list through your customer relationship management software. And then B, you are, sending them, content, specials, etc. They're not your ideal customer. They're never going to buy from you. And so you just don't want to waste all of your assets on, people that aren't going to buy from you. Okay, so quick recap. You want to think about your mindset, get your mindset all the way together. If you are live and talking to yourself, it is okay. If you don't have a lot of followers, it is okay. You can still make sales on social media. All you have to do is keep showing up, keep making offers to people, keep connecting and building relationships with people, and those things will come. So mindset is super important when you are in business and making sales. Mindset. Number 2, you want to make sure that you are crystal clear on who it is you're talking to. Who is your audience? What are they into? Why do they need your product or service? Why do they want your product or service? Why should they pick yours over somebody else's? All of those are things you want to be able to answer about your customers. If you can't, when you get on social media, when you post, when you go live, etc., people won't identify themselves as a potential customer of yours. So they'll click away, they won't stay, they won't listen, they won't buy. So you have to make sure you know who you're talking to and that you're using their language when you are using social media for sales. Third is you want to think about creating offers instead of selling or thinking about selling single items. And so an offer is usually, a group of products or services. So a bundle, a kit, a basket, a collaboration with someone that has a complementary product or service to yours. That is one way to actually entice people more. It's one way to actually attract people. When they see something really beautiful, laid out, packaged really well together, people are going to, be excited and attracted to that. And then also it's a way to increase your average customer cart value, which is what we do when we're trying to increase our revenue. And then last up, you want to make sure that you pull people from social into your email or into your text messaging campaigns. That is really where the sales happens. So you can get a sale here or there on social media through shoppable pages, etc. But you can really count on people sort of paying attention, perking up, really knowing what you're offering, because they're getting really good, valuable emails and or text messages from you. And so you have to be creative, because someone to share their email address is, like that's prime real estate to them. So whatever you're offering, that's got to be really good. So if they come to your website, maybe they decide not to buy, but does like a pop-up coupon pop up and say 50% off if you sign up for our email list or our text messaging list, and or do you turn right around and do a retargeting ad because you have your Facebook pixel installed correctly on your page. And so that's the content that I have. Let me see in the comments if anybody has questions. How are you doing with making sales on social media? Do you have a question about making sales on social media? Let me know what's going on. If you have any questions, I will give Facebook a few minutes. There's always a 10-second delay. Instagram land, if y'all have questions, put them in the comments. Let me see what your questions are. Or even if you have some tips and tricks about making sales on social media, share those in the comments. Let's all win. Let's all win. Let me see your tips, tricks, questions, comments about making sales on social media in the comments before I log off of this live for this evening. And so in the meantime, if you are if you're ready, which I know so many of you are, you're ready for your business to make more sales, get more customers, get more traffic. You need to know how to, put all your systems and automations together so that you can literally, be making money in your sleep. You're ready for that. You can set up a complimentary strategy session call with me by going to, I'm going to put it in the comments. Going to bit.ly, bit.ly /elite free call. Elite free call. It's a bit.ly link. So bit.ly /elite free call. Set up a strategy session. It's entirely complimentary. It is not a sales call. We jump on the phone together and talk about what's working in your business. What would you like to see happen better in your business? And you walk away with a couple of solutions and recommendations to overcome that challenge that you might be having in your business. So feel free to jump on the link, bit.ly /elite free call. That takes you to my calendar. You can select a time and day that is convenient for you, and then we'll get you all set up. We'll hop on the call together. We'll talk about what's working, what's not working, and you get to walk away with some actionable strategies, solutions, and recommendations to get you over the hump of whatever is challenging you in your business. Not a sales call, not a sales call, not a sales call. I promise. Okay, so I don't see any comments or questions about making sales on social media. I will be back tomorrow evening. I'm just kind of freestyling this week because I have a little bit of a lighter week this week. And so I will be back tomorrow evening. If you have a topic idea, help a girl out and give me a topic idea in the comments. And then I'll be back tomorrow to give you some more tips and tutorial on any topic ideas that you might have. Okay, so tune up your social media sales, get your mindset together, get you some upsells, down sales, some kits and bundles and gift baskets together. Get you some, retargeting ads, get some new emails, and get you some new cell phone numbers so you can send some text message campaigns so you can get your sales all the way up. Okay, until next time, I'm Andrea White, founder and CEO of Elite Business Coaching, where we help women of color to win in business ownership by helping them to start and grow their full or part-time businesses from 0 to multiple 6 figures if that is her goal. And so until tomorrow night, I will check with you later.